One thing that prevents people from wearing the hijab or praying the Salah or any other fard act, but I'm only talking about these two because these are fard. So is that they say, okay, for example, my ustad is telling me to do this, and my mom or my dad is telling me to do this, and therefore I don't feel like I should do it for their sake, because I'm not feeling the motivation to do it for the sake of Allah. So therefore I shouldn't do it for their sake, because I only want to do it for Allah's sake. Now yes, you should do things for the sake of Allah, regardless of whether your ustad or your parents tell you to do something good or whether they don't tell you to do something good, right? You should be doing it for the sake of Allah. However, if you are not feeling the motivation, then at least when someone is telling you to do something good, then you should do that. One, don't let that be a hindrance, okay? You can actually use that as a way to push you forward on your journey. So how you can do that is, in Urdu there is a saying, we say Riya se aadat, aadat se ibadat. So Riya means showing off, meaning doing something for the sake of showing to somebody else. So in this example, doing something for the sake of your parents or for the sake of your ustad, etc. Now yes, it should not be done for their sake. However, if you make the intention that, look, on this journey I'm doing it for their sake because I know I should be ultimately I should be doing it anyways, so I'm not really doing it for their sake. But number two, if I do it out of respect for what they are saying, at least I'm not hurting their feelings. I'm not openly disobeying them. I'm not openly going against what they're saying, and I'm doing so. That is a good thing. Not hurting anyone's feelings, that is a good thing. Second of all, when you do this, when you do something for the sake of respecting what they're saying because it's something good, ultimately it will slowly form into a habit. Now once it becomes a habit, that is the best thing, because that is what will help you to make that habit cemented. So for example, sometimes a person, they know that they should pray, they know that they should wear a hijab, but they will feel lazy, they can't be bothered, it's going to take time to go and do my wudu and to pray a salah. It feels like a big mountain. Similarly, wearing hijab, a person thinks, no, I'm not looking good, I'm not, this looks not right, this, I'm looking fat, I'm looking skinny, I'm looking this, I'm looking that. So therefore, because they're not in the habit. Once a person is in the habit, they're not feeling all these things. It's just they are working on autopilot. So the moment it's time for namaz, they just know. They're not going through all the emotions of, shall I do this, shall I not do this, how am I feeling, how am I not feeling. It's their habit, so they automatically do it, so it's easier. So like this, they are now on the second level, which is the habit, which is the adat. And from there they can move on to the best level, which is ibadah, worship. So when you're actually worshipping, when you're doing something for the sake of Allah, so in that way you can do that. But when you give up on the first round, you say, well, I'm not going to do it because I know they're telling me and I don't want to do it for their sake, I only want to do it for the sake of Allah, then actually you are really preventing yourself from actually going forward to do it for the sake of Allah. So use this as a stepping stone to your goal rather than a hindrance, inshallah.